The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
The 1130 Podcast and 1130 Entertainment presents Beyond 1130.
Yo. What it do, everybody, man. Having a little bit technical difficulties though, but we are live here on another episode of Beyond 1130, everybody, man. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Yo, we gonna get this microphone situation situated though, but yo, we back here on another episode of Beyond 1130. Appreciate everyone tuning in, man. Apologize for the technical difficulties, man. For real. Like I said, episode 7, Beyond 1130. We back at it, man. We live here on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. So if you're new to the show, y'all already know, man. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. And don't forget to follow the 1130 Podcast on all social media platforms. All right, you guys, man, we're going to kick off the show, man. We're going to bring on the crew. It's time to talk some grown folks talk, man. My guy, Brian B. What's going on with you, my guy?
Same shit, man. Different day. It's another Thursday. Definitely excited about Thursdays with the show and all, and definitely looking forward to talking some new shit. Doing all right, bro. Nothing too bad, you know. Definitely just trying to make it, man. Nah, I've been struggling a little bit these last couple weeks, man. Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me okay?
We having a bunch of technical difficulties here.
Oh, am I off now?
But we're gonna bring on.
We're gonna work it out. This is what we do. Let's bring in somebody else. See if I'm off too.
Hey.
Bono and Harley.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
What's there, both of y'all? Yeah.
I can you guys hear me?
Yeah, both of y'all good.
Yeah, we hear you, Dre.
Y'all good.
We hear you, bro. We hear you.
We right here with
you. Bang.
us.
Yeah, I don't think you can hear us.
I don't think he can hear us now.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. But what's good? We do this every week. We know what's going on. Beyond 1130.
Period.
Dre, we holding it down. How y'all doing? Everybody good?
Doing good. Working on moving.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm moving into another house. It's time to transition, you know, because my roommate, my ex-roommate and all, she it was, you know, my kid graduated and all that, so we knew about this time it was gonna be time to, like, because I'm not taking care of nothing and nobody. You know?
Yeah.
So, and she got 2 little ones, but not really little, but you know, they still in school and all that. I'm so excited about waking up. School has started, and I don't have to do nothing for nobody. Come on. And it's fucking great. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, that's how I felt too.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hear you.
All right.
We've always heard you. We've always heard you. It's just a little echo, that's all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't hear us, but we always heard you. Yo, when did Mambas get this soft? They wasn't this soft when I was growing up. What is that? The candy Mambas. Oh.
Wow.
You know, they have the sharp edges. Hey, Britt, like you got to work hard to get through this. I think got too fast for me.
I fuck with Starburst. I love shit like that though, like taffy.
Yeah, that kind of candy. That's taffy.
Now and later's, all that shit. I love that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's your favorite candy though?
Favorite candy?
I love chocolate. Yeah, like I said, I like the lavender. I like all of that, like the fruity candy. Yeah. But I like the symphony bar.
With the toffee in it.
It has toffee and almonds in it. Milk chocolate. Yeah. That sounds good.
I'll fuck up some sour candy, yo. Like sour, but it can't be the really gummy stuff. Like one of the best gummies that I love is Jolly Ranchers. Jolly Rancher gummies, them shit fire, yo.
Those motherfuckers are so good. Yeah. I sat down one time and knocked down a whole little bag of them. And I'm digging, and I'm like the little small ones. Mm-hmm.
I love it. The ones that got the texture, like I like the candy with the texture. I don't like that's real squishy. And gummy bears too. I'll fuck them. The gold bag gummy, the Harborough.
You
I'll
gotta
fuck them up.
put some Harbor Rolls in like a freezer. Oh,
Yep, that's my shit. Yeah, gummy bears, my shit. Yeah. I like chocolate too, but I love that fruit candy shit. I love that shit.
Banana, that's taffy.
I hate. You know, I can't stand banana flavored nothing. I love bananas.
Yeah, I can't
but if
either.
it's banana flavored, I hate it.
I like
banana pudding.
Banana flavor.
Banana pudding. Yeah.
Banana pudding. I'll fuck that up.
I could do that.
Ooh, blue sour patch is good.
Candies and all. I can't do it. I don't even let people put like bananas in like my smoothies and stuff. I just call it a banana because it take over the flavor.
Yeah, it's such an overpowering flavor.
Yeah, it overpowers.
Strawberry banana smoothie.
I can't taste the strawberry. My daughter was like, "You want some of my strawberry banana smoothie?" I'm like, "You mean your banana smoothie?" Because I can't taste nothing else. You
know what I'll fuck up all day, every day? Some pina colada shit.
I
fucking love pina colada, and I don't even like coconut like that. But it's just a mix.
That's what I was gonna say. Now I'm opposite on coconut because I don't like coconut. But I like coconut, like the pina coladas and rums and all that kind of stuff. I can do this coconut flavor stuff.
I like coconut by itself.
One of my first jobs was Auntie Anne's Pretzels, and that was like the first official job I got. Okay. Yeah, listen, we used to fuck them pretzels up. But they had
I go to the mall now. I go to the mall to give me some pretzels.
Yep.
And then I go to the car because then my fiance is shopping. I don't shop.
Okay.
Nah, I never shop. If I go to the mall, I'm chilling. I never shop at the mall. Whenever I go to the mall, I'm walking around with the kids. Maybe we get something to eat, and that's it. But we used to have these pina colada. It was pina colada and cherry ices, the slushies in the machine that turn. Good. Yo, we used to fucking destroy them shits on break, yo. And me and my brother, we used to take the pretzels. This is how fucked up we were. We would take the pretzels and we make them. And then, of course, when it's busy in the mall, you'd have people waiting. Like, oh, can I get a cinnamon pretzel? Be like, all right, it's 10 minutes. And we put them in the oven. Man, them pretzel dogs, we put 4 of them bitches in there. 3 people waiting. We'll take the 4 that's in there, put them bitches in the back. For us on break, and then they 10 minutes, man. Sorry, we do that shit all the time.
But at least they got fresh pretzels, though. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
they got them
for your favor. You gave them fresh pretzels.
And everybody, see this other part. Everybody at the house when we go home, we smoke the fuck out, right? So we go home with a bag full of fucking pretzels and cheese dips, and they'd be running to us. Yo, what you got? What you got? We'll come home with all that shit. We was Santa Claus.
That's a for good fringe benefits right there.
Yeah,
man. That was our first job. Me and my brother got that shit together in the mall.
Yeah, back when I first started smoking, I was so grateful for my friends that worked in restaurants. Like my friends, he worked at Subway. I used to come to Subway get all the cookies. Like,
there you go.
Hi.
Oh, Dre having a technical day.
Over there today.
Dre, listen, we all feel you, bro. Because I'm telling you right now, that should be hard. I know when I be going through that shit.
No, before I got on, guys, my ring light was unplugged, but I kept pressing the button and it didn't come on, bro. My heart sank into my stomach. I was like, I am not about to get another fucking ring light.
Yeah,
like that's just not a thing. For like right now.
Yeah, we got
not now.
I was hurt when I saw that plug was unplugged. I was like, ooh.
And they go fast too. Unless you got like a decent one. Like this is the first one I got that's pretty good. I got a bunch of fucking lights though, but I've went through so many of the ones that are just like trying to turn it and then I break it and then I tape that bitch up because I'm not the nigga that's like, oh, it broke, I'm throwing it out immediately. Nah, I'll transition that shit. I'll Frankenstein build that movie. Yeah.
You gotta do what's called niggering it first.
Listen, yo. I'll show you my studio right the fuck now. Y'all see half the shit in here. Even the platform right here is all just jerry rigged.
You just gotta look it up. You gotta
make this work.
You know.
Hey, look at it. Today must be ain't the day for me though. On my side though, I think it's storming outside. Shit, so microphone keep in and out. But you gotta make it through though. Yeah, I
Got
know,
you,
right?
bro.
We definitely going to get through. You guys were talking about candy, though. I'm not a big candy type of person, but I definitely will crush some Jolly Ranchers, just though. I'm a more so a chip guy. Give me my favorite bag of chips and them good though. We all good.
You
But,
know,
Word.
What's your
but
favorite chip though?
my favorite chips though, shit, it was Doritos, but I got a couple of them now, like sour cream and onions, Lay's though, or the Ruffles one.
Lays,
Yeah, the
Ruffles, the
Lay's or the
fucking
Ruffles.
Ruffles is the best.
classic Lay's, a little hot sauce. Ooh,
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay, all
for
right.
Or the
real. I
ranch,
fuck with that all day.
baby,
or the
that yellow
Cooler
bag.
Ranch, yup.
Yellow bag. Hey,
ranch.
coming because I'm on my way. Okay. Yo, let me
I
get a
was
little spicy. I put my salt and vinegar inside of my classic.
Oh, come on now.
That's
Bring
the
it
shit.
on.
I was in love with the red bag Doritos though when I was a child. They don't make them the same like they used to though. So
Fair enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
Bag
was
of
definitely it.
Doritos different.
Same thing.
That purple bag of Doritos different. That sweet and spicy.
Oh yeah, them shits
Oh
is
yeah, I like that
rocking.
one too.
Spicy ones too. I love the spice. I love spicy any
Mhm.
fucking thing though.
Me too.
I'm not a big spice person. I like Flaming Hots, but I'm not a big spice person.
Yeah, I feel
Like
like
I
yo,
don't
this
like.
dude, this
Oh,
dude was on TikTok eating a burrito. He had got a big ass burrito from someplace, and he took the spicy the red hot Cheetos
Cheetos. I
and
saw
putting the
that.
Oh
sauce
yeah.
and putting it. Listen, I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta do this. This some fat nigga shit right here.
All right.
I definitely wanted to do that shit. Yo.
Big
I
bag.
was like, I'm gonna find me this. I can't wait. I'm gonna get me one of them big ass burritos and throw some Cheetos in that shit. Yeah, I'm doing
Yeah.
that.
That sound good.
It's
I never liked the flaming Cheetos and all that. I never. Kids love it, but I don't like it.
You know, in
Yeah, I
Chicago,
love spicy
well, it's
shit.
probably everywhere. You get them, put the cheese on them, little meat, little
Right?
hot.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh yeah, walking tacos, whatever it's called.
That's they call
Yeah.
it now.
Yeah, we've been doing that shit. Now all of a
Right.
sudden it's a trend.
I'm like, we call it chips with cheese.
Thank you.
Yeah.
hey,
I
listen,
walk
For a long time, yo.
I'm just to have my goddamn snacks, bitch. There ain't no
Thank
walking
you.
taco. My
I'm hungry
tacos
as
don't
fuck
walk.
now. Damn,
I
y'all just
look
messed
at
up.
that's what I was just about to say. Y'all talking about chips and
I'm
everything.
fucking hungry
candy,
now.
spicy.
Suddenly, this fruit don't taste crunchy enough.
Yo, let me ask. So when you eat some shit, and you know you're not supposed to eat, especially like if you like, trying to watch your diet. We get a little older now. You gotta
Right.
watch your weight and shit.
Absolutely.
Even us fat motherfuckers, we still
Still be
like,
paying
oh man,
attention.
maybe
That's right.
you can't have fucking McDonald's 3 days in a row.
It's
Like, you know that shit
weekend.
ain't happening.
Thank you.
But what's the drink? What's like the favorite drink that you hit and when you get you a nice fat ass burger dripping down
Oh,
your hand, you got the
my
fries
favorite-
and ketchup.
Grape
My
pop.
favorite drink is high C orange.
I see. Oh, that's a
High C
fucking
orange.
beast
And
right
I
there.
got pissed off because McDonald's stopped selling it for a minute.
I hated that.
I don't know what they was thinking, but they brought it back though. They brought it
Yeah.
back. 'Cause
That
that
McDonald's
fat
High C Orange is
wasn't good
different
enough,
fucking.
you know.
That shit is
Now the only
great.
place I can find it out and about is like at Five Guys because they got that machine with all the 10,000.
Man,
flavors.
Five Guys is fucking crazy. $34 for a hamburger and french fries, not even including a drink. That shit is ridiculous. They good, but
It's good though.
that shit
It
is
is.
crazy, yo.
Five Guys is good though, but they a little bit too much
That's
expensive
when you
though.
sneak off away from your children to go get Five Guys.
Let me
because
tell you
can't
something.
afford to pay for the whole family.
Yo, you hell no, you can't. You know how many times I've walked into Five Guys knowing the fucking price, and
Yeah.
then just walked in there, looked at the menu one more time, and said, "Oh fuck this," and walked right back.
Right. Mhm.
I already knew what to expect, but I just had to see it one more
I
time.
saw a meme online talking about Five Guys too expensive. What couple of niggas at? I need
Bruh,
that restaurant.
Right,
Right.
we need a couple of niggas.
we're four friends. Just
Oh
any
my
motherfucker.
God. It's so good though.
Cool in the game.
is really
What that
good.
It's made
restaurant
fresh
is?
to order. It's juicy. Man, it's good.
I get some of
Ain't nothing like making some shit in your house though.
That's true. That's true.
Did y'all ever try Bubba Burgers?
No.
Bubba Burgers. Now that I said it, watch. You think Five Guys is expensive? It's like a fucking box
More burgers?
of like 14 burgers, and it's like, I mean, not 14 burgers, $14 burgers, but there's like 6 of them in there. But them shits are incredible, yo. It's worth it. But yeah, like you say, don't give the kids that shit. That's you. Make a double of them motherfuckers, throw it on your thing, lettuce, tomato. It's a wrap. Yeah, fuck Burger King and all that.
The only thing I want to treat myself to that's expensive, but everybody can't have that.
Nah, yeah, yo, I do it all the time. I'd never feel bad.
Yeah,
Wingstop, all of that shit. I'll give them some stuff out here and there, but every time I'll
Right.
make a pot of spaghetti, and me and the wife will go. Let's order out, get some shit.
Thank you. Thank
We do
you.
it all the time.
Because you earned that.
Hell yeah,
Earned
3
that.
kids too. I think I'm fucking
Mhm.
spending $80.
Oh
So to
yeah.
get Wingstop for the family, it's like $86, yo.
And one of those kids is a boy, so that's $100.
Bro,
Oh yeah. My daughter
I had
keeps fucking almost
7
more than him.
girls in my house, bro. 7 girls in my house.
Shit,
Oh,
It
crazy.
was
that's
My-
9 of us total.
yeah.
That's a lot of attitude. 7 girls.
Mm-hmm.
Woo, yeah.
Periods. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's a
Yeah,
lot.
y'all gotta have separate rooms. Y'all
Yeah.
gotta be away from each
And then when we adopted, because I got 2 biological girls, and the youngest is 18. You know, my firstborn child is 23. She's made 23. Everybody else that we adopted were teenagers. The youngest one was like 11, 12-ish when we adopted them. Everybody else was older. And so they were
Yeah.
teenagers when we got them and all that. So yeah, they was already full of attitude and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Did-
Nessa off Bernie Mac.
Mm.
Baby, Nessa gave Bernie Mac hell, honey.
Yeah.
Did you find it challenging, like going through that, Chanel? Because my grandmother did that too. Like we had a lot of adopted family members.
Yeah,
that
I
we
mean,
grew
it
up
was.
with her, my cousin.
It's no, it's very different. I'm telling you, it's not for the faint of heart. It's not for the faint of heart taking care of kids that didn't come from you. Hard enough taking care of kids that did come from you. But yeah, it's very difficult. Very worth it though. You know. I try to tell, and part of like what I do in my practice, because I love foster children, and you know, it's part of my jam, right? And so, but I realized when I was doing all that, how people have this impression of what adoption looks like, right?
Yeah.
And so people will go, "Oh, you adopted teenagers?" No, because I want a little baby. Why you want a little baby? Because you know it just don't have that many issues. It got issues the moment that you take a
Hell yeah, it's got issues.
It's just trauma in itself, right?
I understand what they mean though, because if you have it's like a puppy, like you raise it from since it was a kid, it's more it's more adapting to you. But at the same time, if you do adapt, like if you do adapt somebody who's 16 years old, like you are taking a lot of their already built-in understandings and shit.
Exactly. And what's funny is that within my girl group, the oldest one and the very youngest one were the two that attached the most. You know, and I figured the youngest one because she had more time, right? And all that. And the oldest one just made a choice to attach. She just had a breakdown moment when we were still working for the agency where we took care of the kids and stuff like that before we started fostering on our own and adopting. But she just had a breakdown moment, and I held her in that moment, and part of it was people leaving. You know, people
I can imagine
that was on the campus was transitioning out and all that, and 2 of them was leaving at the same time and right behind each other, and she just broke like, "Why does everybody leave me?" and all that. And she cried and she cried and she cried, and I just said that baby was rocking back and forth and all that, and I just held her until she finished, and we promised her at that point that we wouldn't leave her.
See that comfort from that understanding, I can imagine. That's another thing. That's one of the things of being older and being able to have that kind of mentality to understand that shit. Like, oh man, maybe I should buckle down. Maybe it is time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's 2 sides to it for sure.
Yeah. So
Dre, what's going on, bro? We over there took over the show. We gonna talk.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
Can you guys hear me though?
Yeah, we hear you good. You good?
Okay, good.
There we go.
You sound good.
I had to put on my Bluetooth headphones. The ones I didn't want to use, and I don't even think they are all the way charged up all the way though. But I was missing I was missing the whole topic, man. It kept going in and out of what you guys were talking about. But let's just kick it off.
We gotta work with it.
You guys remember like you were, let's see what I'm trying to say. You were in school and you were young, and you were told that if you go to college, man, you will get a good job, or if you get all good grades in school, if you was the smartest, you was going to have the best jobs and stuff like that. And it kind of like didn't sort of turned out the way I think you were. There you go. Yes, it was a lie. It was a lie. It was. I think we all been conditioned. A lot of us, especially like going to college. I know me was one of them. You know, definitely if you go to college, you know, you'll find a good job or you'll find something that you into, and then you'll turn around with a whole bunch of debt or whatever. Though. I think Chanel O'Brien shared the video. We can play a video and we're gonna get right in to it. I hope it's the right one.
For the way, I believed that achievement came from doing what you were told better than anybody else so that you could be empirically better than the competition. Like, that's what I believed. But what I found along the way was oftentimes that was true, but oftentimes it wasn't. Sometimes people who had no business being next to me in a race, they just were the son of somebody influential. They were the daughter of somebody important. They had money, they had opportunity, they were a foreigner. Who knows? But it wasn't always merit-based. But everything had always taught me that it was merit-based, that the best jobs go to the people with the best scores, who go to the best universities. Like, that's what I was taught. But that wasn't really the truth. The richest people weren't the smartest people. The most successful people weren't the hardest workers. And that was when, as a kid even, I started feeling like there's a forest on the other side, but all I see is this picture that doesn't seem to make sense. So then when I got to CIA, is they said, society is conditioned to believe a certain way because society needs to be a giant economic machine. We all live inside of a giant machine. We are conditioned through the education process, through the industrial process, through the church process, to fall into a hierarchy that we believe is meritorious, that is a meritocracy, so that hard work and obedience and loyalty gets rewarded. Because the only way that the government stays in power of a large group of people is if there's a predictable system.
Is if they believe there's a system.
And since a system is really nothing more than a belief system, all you have to do to step outside of the system is stop believing or believe in a different system. So what CIA teaches us to do is find the people who question the system enough that they're open to being taught a different system. And then we teach them the system of espionage or treachery.
Ain't that some shit?
Mr. Anderson.
Listen, bro. I mean, y'all know me. Y'all know I'm always on both sides and shit.
Come on.
See, the thing is, whenever I approach this conversation, it's not the it's I try to explain that we need structure, man. Like, we can't be fucking, see his point. I definitely understand what he's saying. Like, it does teach you to, you go to school, try to do the best you can, try as hard as you can, and not for nothing. Most of the time,
right, because,
in most situations,
you're getting something out of it.
If you busting your ass and you working hard, I'm not saying you going to immediately be the president if you the hard. No, that's not true at all. You're very right. There is certain things that are missed. There's
a lot of people who. There's a lot of people who bust their ass and work hard every day that do not get anything though. But it's always the ones who got the most money, or their mom, like the dude was just saying, like their mom or their dad is related to someone that's famous, or they have a lot of money or something like that, or they're a foreigner. So. Yeah,
well, but also, Dre, to put it in the realm that we understand, like here's a good realm that we understand, and maybe other people who watch wrestling as well. When you have guys like Randy Orton and The Rock, even the whole Samoan bloodline, really, if you know anything about wrestling, these are guys who they're very introduced and very capable of becoming superstars in hierarchy positions in the field because of their family, their lineage, the history that they have with being wrestlers, like, their fathers, their family, whatever. So when they're born, it's easy for them, you would think, to jump right in the spot. The Rock, you're the Rock's son? Get up in that shit and go be the best wrestler in the world.
Exactly.
And that is true to a degree. That is very true. But on the flip side, like we've heard them talk, they still got to bust their ass. They got to fill them shoes. Mm-hmm. They got to do certain things. Yeah. But also the other wrestlers who aren't attached to it with any kind of lineage or anything like that, who just grew up watching it and were like, listen, I'm going to bust my ass and become a wrestler. They took their ass to that thing. They trained. They failed that test 40 fucking times until the 41st time they passed that motherfucker.
Right.
And then jumped. So the teachings of hard work and shit that must stay. Like we have to understand that, because yeah, there are people that get lucky. There are people that just take that test one time and fucking pass it by accident, and they own the company now. That shit happens. There's no doubt. The probability and all that shit, it's definitely there.
But you shouldn't stop crying just because that guy exists. And I think that's
exactly.
There's a balance. Like the balance for me was like I learned all the rules so I can figure out the right way to break them so people will leave me the fuck alone. Like I figured out
right there.
what I'm supposed to do. I was teacher of the year. I was a golden apple teacher. And then I figured out all the things that the system wanted me to do. And then I was like, okay, I can get through this window. I can get through that window and still have joy. And here I sit before you with cat ears on because I figured out how to find joy in the system that you still need to learn where you have to honor hard work.
Yeah, absolutely.
I completely 100% Harley agree with you. I'm literally teaching my kids. I literally told my kids the other day, I said, how y'all ever gonna know how to break the fucking rules if you can't never fucking learn them? Like I tell my kids that shit to their face. Yep. Like it's not as black and white as you think. We talk about this subject so much on this show right here, yo. The understanding that you have to have balance. You don't understand that there's going to be times when you're driving late at night and that road goes on 7 fucking miles down before you can turn because the sign says you can't turn 20 feet in front of you. Fuck that shit. You're gonna find a way to look around and say, "No, I'm gonna turn right here, save my gas." You feel me? You have to know this shit though. If you just do it with a cop in back you, then you stupid. You didn't learn because they try to teach you that shit, but you just want to fucking do what you want to do. So it's a balance.
Yeah, it is.
System contradict themselves. That's why you have to learn it because you figure out where in their rule system they say you don't have to do it because there's a part where they're going to say that because they want to be able to allow the guys from that video to get through there. See the The clause is going to let their brother, their cousin, whoever that's going to get through there through nepotism. The written clause is going to allow them to be able to skip the line. I'm using it too.
You're absolutely right.
Your written clause. So now I'm walking next to your cousin. I had a CIA internship 7 weeks next to a bunch of white kids. And they was looking at me like, how did this motherfucker
how did you get in here?
Yeah, that's true.
You did, Jim Bob. Move over.
You guys are all right, but not everybody I think know the rules or know how to break the rules though, right? And some are scared and nervous because it's like, well, it's rules. Rules are meant to be, rules are rules, and then
that's
also
the niggas that don't make it. That's the niggas that don't make it. That unfortunately.
Yeah, you're right. You also right too. But I feel like yes, hard work is definitely yes. You need to keep hard work, but then it also, you could be the guy who just works his ass off. Like I said, I get everybody's point, but you could be the person who just work your ass off and then watch everybody, just come in the door next to you 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or a month or 2 months or whatever, and pass you by. Right. You feel me? So it's like at the same token, hard work is hard work. Let's teach our kids definitely work hard and do this and do that so you can get whatever you want in life and everything. But at the same token, hard work sometimes don't mean shit because Johnny next door or Johnny right here or whatever, like, you want to focus on what you got to focus on and not everybody else. But, you just like, damn, I've been working my ass off, man. I know that I feel like I'm going to get this manager position. I'm really going to get, I'm going to ace this, and then, like I just said, Johnny, who dad is fucking mayor and he got all the money and now he just he got the last spot that you feel like it was supposed to be yours, like,
or even worse than that, the outside hire that gets that shit. At least you understand the dad, then they hire somebody else to take that shit. You're like, I've been here for fucking 10 years.
What?
But I'm gonna tell you,
that's even worse.
And they said, can you train the new person?
Oh my God!
They ask you to train
them.
No money.
They
gonna tell you to train them. But I'm gonna tell you get past
that. Train your replacement.
For the people that's watching that say like, yeah, that's real. One of the ways you can get past that, charisma. If people like you, they might not give you that spot to their brother, whatever. Especially if their brother is a jackass. If you have charisma, if people really fuck with you and you got confidence. Like you got that unfuckwittable, and I realized that's not something that can be taught. Because I didn't know that everybody didn't have it because I'm a natural person.
Oh no.
And some people don't like. Some people don't know how to handle confidence on another person. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you could
Oh
walk
yeah.
through the door and you could hold your head up high, chest out, be as confident as you want to be or whatever. But all that confidence could what I'm trying to say, that confidence can come off to another person that's being cocky or being arrogant or whatever like
There's a
that.
thin
Arrogance,
line between
cocky,
confidence and
yeah.
arrogance, right? And
I get
sometimes
called
you have to
arrogant.
cross it, and all that. But like, and I was in something. Oh, I think I was at a conference or something, or in this master class, and they said building confidence. You build confidence by basically staying true to yourself, right? You set a goal, or you do the thing that you said you're gonna do for yourself, right?
Yep.
And the more you do that, the more confident you become and stuff. Um, oh, there we go. So the more you do that, the more confident you become, right? But most of us don't follow through. Like when I'm trying to remember I want to make my bed every day, so that means I have to focus when I get up and intentionally make my bed every day, right? But the more I do it, the better I do feel about myself. The more confident I do feel because I made a commitment to myself and I'm doing it, right?
Yep.
And
And
stuff
that's
like
the reason that I never take offense when people call me arrogant. It's like, yes, but I wake up at 4 a.m. and I do in a day what I know some people struggle to get done in a week.
Come
So
on.
maybe you think I'm arrogant, but I bust my ass and I might have a right to be.
Right.
But
I'm not upset about that. Like I do some pretty miraculous things. I could make you an outfit and then flip upside down in that outfit.
Come on now.
and then oftentimes
Kinda
it has nothing. Oftentimes it's not really have nothing to do with actually self. It has more so to do with the other person more often than not. The other person, because they don't have that confidence. So
Right.
it's like, damn,
You want what you
this
have.
motherfucker
You know how to get it.
yeah, like you confident as a motherfucker. You're like, they take it as arrogance or whatever like that. No, but hey, you gotta have confidence in the world and stuff, especially where we live in now.
Right.
man,
Right.
especially these
And I definitely learned,
these
like you said, with the education thing, I definitely learned with the education because I graduated valedictorian and all that, but it didn't guarantee me anything, right? I had to remind them that I donated to the Dollar for a Scholar for 4 years of high school. Can I get some of that money for books? My teachers had to rally together to even get me in school because I didn't know how to even get in school. So like, like just being smart and just being at the top of the thing does not guarantee you anything. You need the support. You need people to teach you, and so that did come down to who I knew. It was because my English teacher, Miss Rubin, because I'm sure she's in the spirit now, sat with me and was like, "You want to go to college?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And she's like, "Are you enrolled or did you apply?" "No." "Why not?" "Because I don't know what I'm doing," and stuff. And she went out of her way, had a meeting with the teachers, and was like, "We failing our students. Our valedictorian is not enrolled in school," and went to my counselor, was like, "You didn't do your job." She should have scholarship offers, right? And stuff like that. And so, but it took somebody to advocate for me, right? Because I didn't
But
know.
even with stuff like that, like, when you're talking about, like, at least that's still in the realm of school, but that conversation can still be held with just like, buying a house. I ain't gonna
Right.
lie to you. Like, I still don't fucking know all the way,
Yeah.
like everything that's fully involved with
Right.
purchasing a house, like
Right.
everything I need to have secure before I go to it. Like, I've heard, you know what I'm saying? I'm living in a house right now, but we're renting. But we're looking, just like you were saying, Sean, like we're looking to move. Like, this is our last year. We want to stay here. We want to buy our house next year.
Right.
But it's like we don't get that kind of information, man.
We don't.
I wanted to say this too, because it's like what Dre was saying. You have the situations where it's like you have to bust your ass no matter what you do. You have to bust your ass. You have to bust your ass, work hard, and get your shit done. You have to do that. But there are times you don't want to be a cheat. You want to be loyal, but you also want to make sure that you're not missing your opportunities, man.
Yeah.
I always bring up that driving shit because the driving shit is one of them things where it's like, yo, that sign is trying to tell you something when it's busy outside and it's fucking, midday and cars can be coming out of nowhere and you try to take a turn where you're not supposed to and somebody's expecting it. And you don't see that motherfucker and they'll hit them and you crash and they murder them.
Yeah.
Fucking horrible. So you need the rules, right?
Right.
But if you're intelligent enough, you're smart enough, you got the charisma or mentality, whatever, capability to figure out, man, there ain't nobody fucking here. It takes me 2 seconds to do this. Hopefully my car don't break down mid fucking turn. Let me go and take the risk because the risk is another big part of being able to get shit done efficiently.
When they say no risk, no reward, they mean that shit.
That's for real. Did y'all ever see that episode of Family Guy where it was a long time ago? But Brian had went back to college. He was saying, hey, I didn't fucking, the dog, Brian, he went back to college and he was like, I didn't finish college. I want to go to college. And he went and he did all this stuff and he went through hell trying to get everything done, but he was trying to do everything the right way. And finally he did it. He took the test or whatever. He had got like some cheat codes and he didn't use them. And he was like, yeah, I didn't use them. I got this. I failed, but I didn't cheat. I didn't. He was proud of himself. And everybody, when they heard the story, everybody was like, why didn't you fucking cheat? Why didn't you use it? What are you talking about? You're proud. You failed. You went to war for no reason. And then he sat back and he was like, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. I don't have anything. Like you were proud of yourself, which is a good thing. You were humble. You were honest.
Getting
at the same time, you ain't get that shit done.
You live in America. And I tell people, I was just like, look, if you want to be successful in America, then you have to stop trying to be honest.
Because it don't
all the way.
Be honest, it don't work here.
Or you got to be comfortable having a little bit less. Because in capitalist society, in order to get ahead, you have to do what the people who have gotten ahead have done. And those people aren't trying to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the times, you're definitely right.
Right.
Yeah, lie your way ahead, huh?
That's why I can't stand when other color folks be laughing at color folks for getting caught for cheating the government. The government is a big cheat. And you gonna try to blow the whistle on people that look like you. You need to go get you some of them food stamps. You need
How you know?
You need to go do whatever the fuck they doing. Because all the government doing is fucking us. If you get a chance to beat them over, you better put your thumb in that.
Somebody better tell them. Somebody better
That's
tell
very
them.
fucking true.
Like what?
Or it's horrible information because you will take your ass to fucking jail immediately, but you are right. They are fucking us. Absolutely right.
I'm like, the wrong move might have you fucked up. So always assess the situation, but don't be out here shaming nobody else.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Wishing bad.
Nah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, mind your fucking business.
Yeah.
People can't wait to have that.
Every time I've been in a situation where I needed to use government funds, I use government funds. I'm not ashamed to go apply for some food stamps or whatever I got to do. I wish they give me Medicaid right now, but but like, and again, because there's no shame in it, right? And I've always used it for the intent that's used for. I ain't trying to stay on it, but when I need it. Give it to me.
That's right. Especially if I got some kids, I'm in a situation, and you know what I'm saying? Like, if I need shit, let me have it. I ain't even got my fucking taxes yet. I still haven't got my fucking taxes. I'm gonna preach that shit on every show I'm on. I still ain't get I don't even know why I don't get my fucking taxes. I didn't do anything. I'm not a fucking criminal. I don't even know.
Yeah, I heard they keep sending me letters. With a lot of people damn taxes. Like I
don't know what the fuck is going on. My wife got hers. I didn't get mine. I'm waiting on a shitload of money that would super help me out of my bullshit right now.
Right.
But
they're gonna keep everybody taxes.
I'm saying it seems like that. That's how I feel because of my shit right now. What I'm going through. But so it's like everybody must be going through this shit. But
a lot of people auto.
Like you said, bro, it's really hard, man.
Yeah, it is.
Really hard
it really is, man.
At this point.
Yeah. It's more so like Eddie Guerrero. You gotta lie. You gotta lie and take away out the whole ordeal here in America. That's what it is. Basically a wholesome though. So gotta figure out something though. Move on. You guys, man. Here on shit, I hit the wrong button. Here on 11:30. Man, we're gonna check this next video out, and we want to give you guys thoughts on it too. It's kind of like a UTF moment here. On 11:30. I saw the video. I definitely said WTF. Yeah.
Teacher and students were outside the classroom. One student was holding his head, having been assaulted by the student remaining in the classroom.
What she describes is a violent confrontation, much more than what the district called a classroom disruption.
He picked up a chair and acted as if he would throw it. He finally did throw it at me, but I caught it midair. He picked up another chair to throw at me when another assistant principal entered the room. I used the first chair to block the second. He picked up a third and threw it at the other assistant principal, and I used that initial chair to block the one that he threw at her. After blocking the chair thrown at the other assistant principal, he threw a wooden hanger at me, but I couldn't stop it fast enough. The hanger hit me in my right eye and knocked it out of the socket. I grabbed the blood was pouring out of my head and stumbled out of the classroom door.
Rogers care flighted to Parkland, emergency surgery to try and save her eye.
Doctors were able to reinsert my eye. However, they determined that I've been blinded, and they currently believe that my damage is permanent.
She says it's time for the state to reevaluate the education code and how marginalized students are disciplined.
Overly aggressive students need services to meet their needs, but I do not believe the safety of other students and the educational staff should suffer.
It's not the child's fault per se.
Fuck you.
It is the child's fault.
Fuck this goofy ass suit wearing
you can't
Luther Vandross talking motherfucker.
Person has a mental condition, so we'll let it go. As his
Shut the
actions
fuck up.
were,
Fuck you.
As they've been
I'm
described
over
to
it.
me. And
Let's go. We can talk about
the fact that he does already have a mental health condition. Sean, I can probably almost say for sure, and his age, him being so young, that's probably going to be inevitable.
I hate these fucking people. Basically, he just said, no matter what, this is always going to happen. It's just what's going to fuck you, bro. Like, there's not even trying. That's why I homeschool. That's what I'm saying. Fuck everybody who feels the same way about it. I think I'm gonna have I hate my kids. My other kids got to go in this shit and deal with these fucking lunatics running around here because they don't got no home training, ripping this fucking lady's eye out. The other guy who got his Nintendo taken because he wasn't supposed to have it, he beat the shit out of her and fucking put her in a coma or some shit. Fuck these kids, yo. I'll tell you right now, I'll be the niggas going to jail for murdering one of these little motherfuckers because they touched my fucking daughter. You crazy?
Wow.
Hey,
I got mad.
This is crazy though. Yeah, I know the guy, like, it's not his fault, but it is his fault. He one who did it though, and yes, it is going to have to be some repercussions, and accountability definitely from his parents though, and also this kid seems like he should. Well, from hearing the story, he seemed like he should have been in some type of maybe special
and that's what I was going to ask. Is he already identified as a person who needs extra?
Yeah, because I've been in, I've experienced situations like this where I've been in the classroom and someone who just some mental, situation where is either they sit down, stay, whatever the case is, but or taking their anger out on or whatnot. So little homie. What in the hell though? You're looking at her whole. I know, man, like crazy. Is he itself? Yes. After parents, I feel like the parents probably gonna have to pay for her medical bills or whatever. Son or the student needs to be in some type of some type of school or some type of special education though for real. In my
So I used to teach small groups, special education middle school. That was what I taught. I taught that for my whole 6 years. And I've been bit. I've been kicked. I have had desks thrown at me. I have been sexually harassed by children. I've had a little boy hump a desk and say, "This is what I'm going to do to you." And all of this, we get really, I feel like sometimes we get really surface level and we're like, the parents need to do better. And the kid is fucked up. And don't get me wrong. Had it not been the fact that I spent 8 to 12 hours a day with some of these children in some of these communities, I would totally understand that standpoint.
Right.
We live in a system that is literally a big science experiment.
Thank you.
And there is somebody who is making life systemically that these children are so agitated, being raised by parents who literally have to work 2 and 3 jobs just to fucking break even.
Come on.
So they don't have time to get love. They don't got time to get care. What time do they have to have their bipolar issues looked at when their mother is working from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed? And it's because we live in a system that is literally geared for a certain group of people not to make it, just so a certain group of people can look on either the news or through whatever little microscopes they got into our neighborhoods and go look at what they're doing to fucking day.
Right.
And that makes me evade their responsibility because, like I said, I have been on the receiving end of a lot of fucked up situations. So it's still a level of responsibility to be had, but I cannot have the conversation without speaking about how systemic and intentional it is.
Oh yeah, I agree. Absolutely. You know, I mean that's part of the very reason I run my practice the way that I run it, so that the people who need the help get the help. You know, because that's the other issue that you have, especially with mental health stuff and all that kind of stuff, that half the therapists don't want to accept insurance. They definitely don't want to accept Medicaid because it's a damn hassle, right? And all that. I am intentional about accepting Medicaid because that's the population I'm trying to help, right? And so I deal with the hassle. I take the minimal payout and all that kind of stuff because I'm more interested in helping my people than I am anything else, right? And all that. But everybody ain't built like that, right? And then you need to be able to go into somebody to get the help that understands the systemic part. They understand, okay, this child got labeled as quote unquote bad, but he got PTSD. You know, like understanding who this kid is and what they go through on a daily or everyday basis, or the fact that their mama ain't home and there's nothing that we can do about that because she got to work 2-3 jobs to make the ends meet, right? And stuff like that. So like it's like you say, it's definitely his responsibility because hell yeah, he committed the deed, right? And
Lock them all up. Lock up the teacher, lock up the fucking kid, the parents.
The teachers up too?
Lock all the ass up, yo.
Lock the teachers up.
They motherfuckers ain't doing what they supposed to do. I'm over it. I'm tired of the excuses, yo.
That's
if we
why
know this shit,
the reason that I quit because I'm not gonna do it all. So if a motherfucker can tell me to get locked up for having my eye dislocated, that's why I quit. That's why I work out here to shake my ass for a living.
You especially should lock up that goofy ass fucking dude at the end who was just basically accepting the situation. You know why he was accepting the situation? Because it wasn't his eye that got ripped out his fucking head. Exactly. That's why he's accepting it. He's cool with it. He's cool with it. Basically saying stuff like this happens. Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? Yeah. But the thing is, yours. It's like you said, Chanel. It's like literally, you know what should happen? And I don't give a fuck. I might sound bad or wrong. Yeah, lock his fucking parents up. Lock your parents up. You don't want to do nothing. You work 2 jobs. Yeah, I get it. The world is hard. I know this shit happens, but you think we could just deal with you letting your fucking son be a recluse, damaging, ripping people, causing permanent blindness for somebody, and we all just have to accept facts because you have bad situations? Fuck you. Like I said,
I don't believe in locking the parents up, and this is why, because I raised a bunch of fuck ass kids, right? And you don't have that amount of control over them.
But he got siblings, so now my mom is in jail for working too much. God for fucking being
right.
Too bad. Fuck that shit, man. I'm over it.
Now you become a part of the system, right?
But also, so what if you let this nigga just go and be on the same level of that teacher at the end was like, oh well. So now you got. So now, wait. We're gonna play it out. Let's play it out.
I don't think let's play it out. But I think he should definitely have consequences.
Let's play it out. Let's play it out.
But it's not like them. Sorry.
Bro, listen.
Yeah, I feel like the parents should have some type of accountability into this, whereas though they should either pay. Like I said, they should be permissible bills or something like that. I do get you guys' argument, especially Chardell, when you're coming from locking locking the parent up. I do get you put the kid in the system or whatnot. But at the same time, though, I feel like at some you understand that child may have a mental disability.
But they say that shit. They say that shit for everybody, yo. And I'm not saying people don't have mental disabilities. But fuck that shit. But how do you decipher or deal with anything then?
If it's not being treated, you're not
Nah,
giving your
man,
kids
that can't be the answer, yo. It can't. Just think about what we're saying. Everybody's got mental disabilities. Everybody's got something that's traumatized them, happened to them in the past, this situation, that situation. Everybody. So we've already established that everybody got some shit going. Everybody got some shit going. So now we have to fucking basically structure every fucking thing for all these people. No. Hear me out real quick. Hear me out, because I gotta get this shit out, yo. Because I really want to understand. I'm not doing it to be combative. I'm doing it for understanding. Like, how is it possible that we can take what used to be the minority in the fucking situation, or maybe even if it is just addressed, and we take them and put them in the majority standpoint, and we say, okay, well, there's so many fucking people out here, and we give them the benefit of the doubt, like the parents is doing great, they working too hard, that's why this nigga reckless is fucking crazy, and that's why we accepting this shit. Well, what are we gonna do? We don't have enough resources, we don't have enough fucking people to literally give everybody this special kind of fucking education that we have available. This nigga's in regular class, and at the risk that's what's happening, motherfuckers is literally losing their eye because motherfuckers is running rampant. There's got to be a way to have control, yo. We can't just be like, oh, well, we have to fix everything with mental understanding. How much understanding, yo? Is everybody supposed to become fucking teachers? Like, people got to start taking responsibility, yo.
Yeah, I agree. People do have to take responsibility, though. And yes, also, yes, one have some type of disability or whatever the case may be, physical or mental. But I think, I can't speak for everyone. I can only speak for myself. Like I said, I've been into a situation where a classroom, or been in a special ed classroom, where you can look around and you can look around and you can look up to the left.
I don't wish the American jail system for anybody. No, and I'm not disagreeing. What I'm saying is
Okay. Hold on just a second, Hardy. I think you're breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up, Hardy.
You're breaking up real fast though. But I'm gonna say this real fast. Hopefully she come back in. But I've been in the last one where you can look left to right and you can kind of like see, okay, he got something, wrong with him or whatnot.
For sure.
And and of course, yes, everybody, got something. I do. Chanel, Harley, Brian, everybody. But you can tell that John, with the hammer on him.
Got a little bit more going
He needs accommodated. He needs to be accommodated. He needs
for
to be
real.
in a special class. And it's not more so like, well, everybody likes something with him. And yes, you're right. Not everybody, a teacher, an assistant can't, fucking deal with over 25 kids every single day.
Right.
If you can tell, and if you got that doctor's note and that slip or whatever, or that, them papers, and you realize, man, he needs to be somewhere not with everybody else.
Not with everybody else.
Yes, definitely. But that's all part of it. That's all part of it.
Because now they have this thing where it's like the least restrictive environment, because we're not trying to throw all the people with disabilities in one classroom no more. Cool. But this boy, obviously, this is not his first time. They know he cuts up. They know it's a danger to others. This child needs to be separated because he's not ready for that. He can't do that, right? And all of that. So, because we had the same issue with my ex-best friend's daughter, where we kept at the beginning of the school year, we'd be like, look, this is what works best for her. She is very manipulative. She tries to overpower people with her size and manipulation. This and that. So, like, she don't need to be around other students, right? She needs to be over here, focused on her work, give her a reward system, all that kind of stuff. But she don't know how to people. So to protect the other people, don't put her in Gen Pop, right? And
there you go.
It would still be like, well, we can't, because everybody's being reactive instead of proactive.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Say that shit louder, yo.
Like I live with this kid because we was in here living like we was in a group home because she was stealing so much we had to lock everything up. There was a lock on the pantry and the refrigerator, right?
Right.
And all that. So I'm telling you, when she come to school, I need you to pay attention to what I'm telling you, right? And all that. And until they did, once the alignment came where what they were doing at school was similar to what we was doing at home, that's when she started getting herself together because there was accountability everywhere. She couldn't manipulate nobody, and all that. This child would go to school and do craziness, and they'd be like, "Why you did that?" Because I got trauma. And so we call the school and be like, "She can no longer use the word trauma. That's not in her vocabulary no more because everybody in this house got trauma, but we're not doing crazy stuff, right? You got all the help you need. You got all the resources you need. You need to use it." And so I think that becomes a part of the issue too. If you have resources available and you're not using the resources to get better, that's problematic.
John, now you're speaking mad truth right now. And that's literally, like I said, I know I'm fucking dramatic. I'm drastic as shit. Like I'll say some shit that motherfuckers might not, they may think, but I'll say that shit out loud. And I mean it a lot of the times. I'm not joking when I say lock the fucking parents up. Like you can't, you gonna send this motherfucking maniac in here. I don't care what he's dealing with. At the end of the day, what do I got to deal with? I got to either be a teacher and I got to go in that motherfucking classroom every day, fear for my life because I'm trying to do a job, or quit the job that I'm trying to do or portray, and then I got to have people telling me, well, that's in your description. Are you fucking crazy? So that's what I'm saying. Like you said, proactive and reactive. Everybody's so concerned with everything else and how this is hurting this person, how that. Fuck that, bro. This wild ass nigga was in a classroom, threw a fucking hanger, threw multiple chairs, had multiple people, and just happened to finally strike the right one in the fucking eye. Now she's blind forever. And you think I'm going to care about his emotional problem? Fuck him. Lock him in a zoo for all I care.
Then they wanted to arrest all the teachers and send all the teachers to jail.
Get the fuck out of here. Let all the teachers quit and see what the fuck happens after that. Let all the teachers say, okay, this nigga throwing chairs and nobody's doing nothing about it. We just have to understand. Fuck you. Then what they going to do? Then they're going to throw him in jail, right? And then it's over the jail system. And nah, man, it's because motherfuckers ain't doing their job as parents. Motherfuckers ain't doing their job to structure shit in schools correctly either. And that's why motherfuckers is trying to find alternative methods. Because people tired of this bullshit. It's bullshit on all sides. It ain't just, that's what I agree with. It's bullshit on all fucking sides. Parents don't want to parent, teachers don't want to teach, and motherfuckers don't want to control nothing. And that's what it is, yo.
Teachers can't teach in a system that tells them they have to teach to a test. So they can't teach like they would like to teach. They can't do the thing that they love to do, right?
Man, listen.
And stuff like that. And as a parent of lots of kids, and kids with lots of mental health disabilities, because my adopted children's mother couldn't or wouldn't take care of them, so they got lost in the system. So I get to adopt them, and that means I adopted all of the stuff that comes with them, right?
Well, and good for people like you. And good for people like you who do that shit.
Running off doing stupid shit, right? Because I got her out of the system to help show her love and raise her right? And all that. So if you have a mentality that's like, okay, lock up the parents, well, then I'd be in jail a long time. You know what I'm saying?
You're definitely right, man.
My biological child who was like a brick wall child. She was on probation in the 6th grade for kicking some little girl behind so bad, right? And all that. Well, I didn't teach her that, but she had so much anger built up from her own junk and all that she was lashing out. So all I can do as a parent is let me get her some mental health help. Do you need medication? Let's talk this shit out. Why are you so angry? What that girl was doing to you? But the probation, and that's why I say the consequences are necessary, because she was on probation that summer and she had a really good PO, and he was just straightforward with her and all that. And he was like, this your first step to jail if you don't stop behavior now. So you can take this and learn from it. And at 18, it'll be expunged from your record. You ain't got to worry about it and all that. But we also told her that's conditional too, because it's expunged as long as you don't fuck up no more. Right. Because let you go to jail or let you decide to rob a bank or whatever you decide to do that's against the law. Trust me, they're gonna pull up your damn 6th grade record and use that against you.
Hell yeah.
So keep your nose clean, manage your behaviors, you are responsible for you. If you put your damn hands on somebody, you go into jail. And I'm that mama, like, yeah, take her to jail.
But you have to, Sean, no, you have to. That's another part of this conversation that I think is uncomfortable for a lot of fucking people. We also have to understand that there are some motherfuckers out there. I know there's reasons. I know it's some are just like, yo, it's unfortunate they were grown up in bad situations, got molested, got this, got that. But at the end of the day, you cannot fucking cater to these people, unfortunately, man.
A choice every
You
day.
can't be wilding out, man. You can't be fucking wilding out. If you uncontrollable, you gotta find a way to be controlled. The only fucking way we got is fucking jail and put your ass in a cage until you fucking 97 and dead. Like it sucks to say it, but you also don't have enough resources to fucking repopulate the planet and shit with people to reform. It sucks to say out loud, but it's the honest truth, yo.
Right.
What I thought you was going to say also leading up to that, it's not enough parents who would just sit back and be like, well, you know what, he did wrong, send him to jail, because you got some parents who will also be like, well, he's just a little kid, like give him a second chance and shit like that. I mean, I'm not saying people don't deserve second chances, but I'm also saying people needs to be held for their accountable. You feel me? Like, especially if this little boy, for one, I'm not going to speculate. I don't know how many, 3-4 times did he attempt to throw the chair? Then he said,
you know what? I'm going to hang up for him in the first place.
So I don't want to speculate, but I'm just saying, though, at some point, especially if he's a teenager, come on. It don't get at that point, especially as a teenager, you definitely want to cut it off before it try to grow even more, especially if it's just something simple and really not severe, like you gotta, something really wrong with him, though. You gotta you gotta be accountable for this, because she lost the eye. She could have lost both of her eyes. She could have been dead or whatever.
So, I know Harley's speaking passionately on this because she was in the teacher's position before. I know she said that earlier. So I know you have kids that have had issues and things like that as well. Yo, listen,
these same kids.
Y'all talking to a nigga who threw a fucking teacher down the stairs.
See, so you need to.
That's why I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, I completely understand when I hear shit like this. I know what the fuck I needed to understand. Luckily, I was smart enough, and my parents took care of me, yo. My parents took care of me, and I got into a lot of shit. Right. So you're right. My parents would have been in fucking jail, but maybe there was more that they should have done. Maybe there was more they could have done. If that was the punishment that was available on the table, and somebody came to the house and said, "Yo, check it out. We just dealt with your son at school. He just almost really injured somebody. If this happens again, your ass is going to fucking jail." Then there would be a whole song and dance from my parents, like, "Oh, what the fuck we gonna do? We can't control this nigga. We gotta find some now, or we're gonna." And then everybody's actions are different moving forward. Luckily, I was intelligent enough to figure shit out on my own. I got in trouble, yeah. But I was smart. I knew motherfuckers. I did shit. And lucky, I never had anybody get too fucking, even that fat bitch I threw down the stairs, trying to choke me with my ID chain. I'm being honest.
I need to know how y'all got to the point of you throwing teachers downstairs.
Bro, I was fucking wild, yo. I'm telling y'all, that's why I speak about shit like this, and I'm the way I am with my kids, because I know the type of shit I've seen. Motherfuckers get stomped out, head on the floor. Me at the bus stop, seeing a little girl with a whole group of mob, like a fucking swarm of bees, yo, on a one chick stomping her fucking head into the floor, yo. Wow. And you think I want that for my fucking daughter? Are you never? I'm gonna sit back and be like, "Oh, well, she's got mental problems. They all have mental issues. I don't give a fuck. Lock them all in a hole. I don't care. Like, I don't want that shit, bro." And that's why I'm so passionate about it, yo.
Nah, I definitely understand. If you ain't, if you got kids, you definitely are passionate about a subject like this. You definitely gotta, like I said, accountability goes into, both parts for kids, And I know I got a little one. We both talk about days, that fly by too quick, and he's in school and stuff like that. And, versus homeschool or sending them to school. And you don't want no situation that happening like this to your kid. You want to protect them at all costs. And I understand, right? You look here, you're gonna get it, but it's crazy though.
It's
I
hard,
don't know
man.
what to say on this.
It's
You
hard.
pray, yo, you pray you don't have one of them bad kids, man. I feel so bad for people that deal with these kids that are unfucking teachable. They have mental problems, psychotic. There's a lot.
There's a lot.
And then you sit there and have to be a parent and really deal with that shit and have no kind of control at all. I fucking feel for those people, bro.
And no knowledge of how, right? Because again, I see parents who I'm like, okay, this is how you handle this with your kid, right? And we're lacking basic parenting skills, right? And a lot of us are simply trying to we simply parenting like we were parented, right? Which may or may not have been effective, right? And stuff like that. And so a lot of times, like I'm teaching the parent, how to self-regulate, because you can't teach your child how to regulate if you don't know how to regulate. You know what I'm saying?
That's true too. That's true too.
So it's multi-layered. It's so multi-layered.
Yeah.
In a society, of course, again, that's we got systemic things falling on us all the time. Like, you could be as well adjusted a black man if you want to, but it's still oppressive out here in these streets.
That's true. That's true. And there's no change in that. Unfortunately, you can have a suit on, glasses. For some fucking cops, you still gonna be hit in a different way. That is one of the problems that we got with society. Is it a fixable problem? Maybe. But who the fuck knows how to fix it? Right. Do you fire every fucking cop ever and start from scratch? I said a long time ago, having a conversation outside of my truck before I was going to work with a group of guys, it was like maybe 4 of us. And I said, sometimes, man, I think about the only way to fix this motherfucker is if we just had a reset button like a PlayStation. Like I just fixed my computer a minute ago when I'm on a iPad now. Hard reset this motherfucker. Yeah. You know how you do that shit? Apocalyptic events. And shit. But sometimes you have to think that's the only way to slowly fix some shit. Not laying in the fucking tank. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to even say that's the best way. I'm just saying, like, you think you're going to end racism, motherfucker, because you hugging people and saying Black Lives Matter? No. You can try to be nicer to each other, and then everybody can go that route, but there's still going to be some bad apples in the fucking mix.
Always.
Hopefully they're the minority, but they still going to be there, so you still got to prepare for them. That's the fucking shit, yo. Yep. Unfortunately.
And then another thing also too, I want to say last thing on this is some parents will wind up trying to be their child's friend instead of their parent.
That's true.
So, I think, like I was saying in the situation where it's, being held accountable, and it's like, well, son, you did do that. So now I'm gonna have to let you go to jail. Instead of being like, oh no, do that and everything. No, you can't be their friend. You gotta let them know, like, especially, man, it gets real out here. So you can't let them know like you could do anything and blind someone, hit someone with a car or whatever the thing, and just completely get away with it. So like I think everybody definitely needs to, be held accountable in situations like this, man, for real. Because anything can happen. Anything can happen. Hardy said her internet went out, storm hit her internet, so she's gonna just see us next week. I know it's storming over here too, so I kind of lucked up this week. But yeah, crazy situation, man. I know.
Yeah, it's a really unfortunate situation. My heart does go out for. I saw Holy Shit podcast said the same thing. My heart, like I felt the same way, yo. And I like I said, I know I'm very passionate about stuff like that because that's why I'm homeschooling, man. When I had my son been in school. He went through some problems in school. I had to check a fucking teacher before saying he did something. I went to the school and checked her ass and then got him out of that class and switched classes and all of that shit. So it's like, it's just, you don't want nobody fucking around with your kids, man. It's one of the worst things to think about. Or like your wife, like going to work and she's got to worry about a student hitting her or that shit is rough, man.
Yep.
It is.
Shit is really rough, man.
And I was saying, I think about that even with my profession. I'm glad I do stuff virtually because then that leaves me in less danger.
Yeah.
In the office with somebody by yourself, or somebody that's psychotic or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like,
and then you'll get Yeah, and then you'll get some kids who, like, but what I'm trying to say is you gotta be in a way, you gotta be tough. You gotta
Yeah.
obviously be the parent, but you gotta be tough and you gotta have that conversation with them instead of just being like, well, you're just going to jail. But you also gotta realize you know what you did, right? So
Yeah.
don't try to, act all innocent and stuff. So and since you wanna play an adult or do, stuff that
You want to
you
do adult
had no
stuff, you're
business
going
doing.
to pay adult consequences.
That's it.
Exactly.
Plain and simple.
So
Because I said we
yeah.
surely did that with my daughter. I was like, I mean, you beat her ass. Cool. Now you got to pay for that.
Now you got to pay for that.
I hope you know
Consequences.
good. I hope you got what you need to get out of it. But now you got to pay for that, right?
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
the
and
biggest thing,
she
though.
got off lucky with just probation because there was another little girl that came behind her and whooped that girl behind again, and all that, and she got like hardcore charges. She had to go to court, and
That's
all.
horrible, man.
So
Yeah.
I said that could have been you. That could have been you.
Yeah, it really sucks, yo. It really sucks. My kids came home today saying there's this big kid that was picking on my son last year, and bigger kid. My son's 8th grade now, and this kid's when we seen him, like this motherfucker's like my size. And I'm sitting there like this nigga running around and just like the worst kind that you can see, just running around, still going around and picking on kids. Like, he's not just big and maybe nice. Nah, he's big and picking on the smaller kids. So apparently today he came home and he's not fucking with my son no more because I scared the shit out of him one day. And then he sat there and was messing with the other little kid. But the other little kid threw his shit down. Was like, yo, let's go. And was ready to rock. So sometimes you got to be taught those lessons, yo. You got to be taught those lessons. You feel in yourself. You think the world is yours, especially at a younger age.
You need somebody to show you.
Somebody destroys your fucking life.
Fall in line like everybody else.
Definitely right about that. Definitely right about that. All right, man. Been a dope episode, man. We had some technical difficulties here on episode 7, but it's all good, man. We're gonna come back strong next week. Hopefully the storm and everything is passing on by. Appreciate Harley, man. Definitely dropping by, as well as Chanel and my guy Brian B. Any final thoughts before we wrap it up on out of here?
No, good talk, man. It's definitely good talk. I'm looking forward to these weeks coming with all the shows and content and everything like that or whatever. I can't wait. As soon as the Beyond 1130 show wraps, I'm coming back with my entertainment show. So I'm looking forward to that as well. But yeah, man, another dope week.
Damn thing, And hopefully, once I get settled in this new house and all that, and all that good stuff, I can actually start working on my podcast.
There you go.
Keep me accountable. Keep asking questions.
Definitely. We're gonna be looking for that. All right, you guys, man. We'll see you guys on the next week's episode. Talk Pro Wrestling will be back this Saturday. Shout out to the Holy Podcast, man. They was definitely on this past week, man. It was a great time chatting with them, and also we were on Brian's you didn't know wrestling trivia show. That was a blast too. So definitely go check out the guys, man. But until next time, man, stay safe, stay blessed, man. Give all the glory to God, man. Won't he do it? Yo, for myself, Dre, aka Dre on Will, Chanel, Harley, and my guy Brian B. We'll see you guys next time, man. Peace.
Salute, y'all.